All.
Wow, you guys were really close before.
Okay, we should be starting now, maybe, question mark? Exclamation point.
Nothing came up yet.
It's receiving your content now. I'm live.
Hopefully this works.
Elapsed time is -10. 4, -3, -2, -1.
Okay, it looks like it's coming back up.
I'm hoping it is. I really am.
Maybe?
Possibly. Hello. I mean, I'm not sure here. Hang on.
Okay, it came up.
Did it?
Yep.
Okay.
Woo! See us.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it's not stutter crazy again. It says we're back and strong, so hopefully we're actually back and strong. Kitten, just keep it a good few views.
It's lagging.
Come on, computer.
Well, did you just do the speed test beforehand?
I didn't want to. Folks, give us about 2 seconds. We're trying to figure something out here. This is sad kaiju face right here. all this setup, and now we have this. I don't want to blame it on the storm or anything, you know, because it's not even in the area yet. Begin test. Alright, so here we go. Oh, Cody, don't start, buddy boy.
Go on down.
What a wimpy face.
He smells the rain coming.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, come on, at least get me a 5. At least get me a 5. Oh wow, our internet is just dead.
And he ain't seen the sunshine since.
Damn.
But it's our upload speed I'm worried about. So come on, get me a 7. Come on, come on, make me smile a little. 6.7, 6.8. All right, that's as close as we're gonna get. Unfortunately, I might have to dive off again real quick. With any of the issues. Trying to live stream again. This is our 3rd attempt. Hopefully this kicks us back on. I've lowered the quality down again. Hopefully this will be enough. If we're not, we're going to have to cancel for the night. So, Kitten, I'm going to have you watch, and if it's at least somewhat stable, just give me the heads up. Alright?
I'm watching on 2 different things, so... Because I know the computer is a little more laggy than my phone.
Right, so, you know, is it at least stable here, or...
We just got kicked off.
You just got kicked off?
Yep. On my phone. Now it came back up. Computer's still going.
Well, that might have been when we put it off to set the settings.
Hopefully this will actually start working here any second now. Oh, uh-oh, jeez.
Is it running pretty good, Kit?
How does it look? Are we...
Better than before. We could probably run for a while.
Okay,
Give it a shot.
Sure, give me a second here. Alright, so folks, here we go. We're going to try this again. Hopefully this works out. If it doesn't, we're going to have to close it. It's probably due to the storm coming. It is supposed to be hitting sometime within the next hour or so. So I mean, it could be mucking with us already. I'm not 100%, but thank you all for showing up. Tonight's episode will be based on the wonderful world of fiction. And what I mean by that is worlds of fiction
Fictional
that...
characters.
No. What I mean by that is fictional worlds.
Oh.
And the worlds that we would want to live in. Now, the only rule that I had against this idea is that it can't be something that could also exist in the current day and age. Like, an example would be the Men in Black. I know the show is supposed to be based on a whole different level of things and that, but they walk down the same streets we have, and they're a covert operations kind of group. So that kind of thing could exist. I'm talking about things that are just completely off the wall, such as my first choice, but we'll get to that later. Now, we did a little bit of thought, and we could fill up a novel with the ideas of what fictional worlds we all want to be in. But I'm not going to go so far into that. So we've done about 5. There'll probably be some honorable mentions, but apparently, according to a point at your nose game, we've decided that Necro is going to go first. I had no idea what everyone was doing. I saw Kitten and Grim put their finger on their nose, so I'm like, what is this? And I go, what is this? And apparently Nick couldn't put his finger on his nose fast enough, so he had to go first. No clue. Leaving it up to you. So, Necro, what's your first world that you're going to talk about?
Okay, well, I'm going to throw Soul Eater out there.
Okay, the world of Soul Eater.
It is an anime for anybody that hasn't watched the series or doesn't know much about it.
Oof.
Sorry.
It's okay. As you can see, it is a Sunday. She's wearing her holy shirt.
Yeah.
Well, what you may call it. The whole world is about the school that is to train Meisters and their weapons to battle witches and
It's always against us witches.
other unholy
All this
creatures,
racism. I hate it.
to put it simply. Pretty much the main concept is it's a whole bunch of kids running around with other kids that turn into weapons. Kind of a terrifying thought, but it's not a complete demolition of the world. It normally is just a couple of people getting harmed, if that, or just the characters themselves.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you 4 questions,
Okay.
and I'd like you to think about them, okay? First question I want to ask you is, what would make this world so great you'd want to live in it?
Me personally, I like the whole, if you are a Meister, you have a weapon that's compatible with you, and you work together with yourself. Otherwise, if you're just a regular person in the world, really not much has ever been touched on the subject of regular people, except in like 1 or 2 episodes, and 9 out of 10 times they don't get harmed either. So,
Okay.
It's a pretty safe world to live in.
Okay, so next question I'm going to ask you is another important question. What makes this world better than our world? I mean, there's got to be a reason why that our world sucks compared to this world.
Well, as I said, it doesn't seem like much destruction ever happens in the world, so that's one bonus where, I mean, come on, our world's always constantly destroying itself one way, shape, or form.
Mankind is a plague on the planet.
Second off, it seems like the school and everybody in it is pretty rich in, like, terms of, not money-wise, but in development. Like a lot of technology and resources that they have available.
Okay.
So, I think that's pretty cool and is more beneficial. Those are about the 2 key points.
Okay, third question. What could our world, if anything, learn from this world itself? Or you don't even this doesn't even have to be one that you can answer. I mean, is there just something that, from what you've experienced, could our world learn from this world?
Being part of a team is a big help.
All right, that's pretty simple. Last question. This is the most important question, so buckle down, pull yourself in, and strap on. Ready? Or strap in. Strap in. Strap in. I meant to say strap in.
You can't strap on?
No. What would be your experience in this world if you were in it? Like, what would you want to do? What would you want to be?
I would love to be one of the Meisters or the weapons to work with my partner to rid the evil, world of evil.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's that, you know. We're not throwing out any judgments here. For instance,
if anybody ever wants to throw in anything, go ahead.
For instance, my first choice would be the world of Harry Potter and Hogwarts. Now, I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. In fact, that would be Reaper Rose, and she's not here tonight, so she can't defend it. Ha 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 ha!
You're a wizard, Harry!
You're a wizard, Harry! No, I'm a druid, you bastard! Now, the thing about it is that I mean, do I really need to explain it? It's the wizarding world. It's a world where magic is taught and harnessed and learned. And yes, there are people that have no effect on, and these people live almost blissful, unaware of this offense. Now, of course, there are some moments like a giant bridge suddenly rippling and being destroyed, fireballs landing from the sky, or entire parts of cities being eradicated. Yes, that's a hole. But
for the most part, you don't have much of that.
Well, what makes this world so great is the fact that it's a very fluent world where there's always something to learn, always something new to explain. Here's a dragon. Here's a dead Pegasus horse thing. I can't remember what they were called. This is a Death Eater. You might as well be called a Nazgul without legs. The idea is that, these people get this huge responsibility with magic, and you have to fight the urge to just be a complete and total a-hole. Not to mention that there are certain spells that I would just love to have, like whatever the one they're using at the Weasley's house. I need that spell. That one where the dishes are magically washing themselves and drying themselves. I want that spell!
Yeah.
I think everybody wants that spell.
Forget the spell that fixes my glasses. I want the spell that cleans my dishes, alright? Face facts. I don't think there's a person out there who likes washing dishes, alright?
Well, I kind of do. It's calming. Unless you have a mountain like this high, then no.
Ain't no mountain high enough, except for that one. What makes their world better than ours? Well, magic. I mean, there's people like David Blaine and Chris Angel who have street magic, but when you can flick a wand and blow up a plane out of the sky, or turn invisible because you throw a cape around you, or my personal favorite, a map that shows you where everyone is in a school at any one time. I mean, that's amazing. That's video game level stuff right there. What our world could learn about theirs, though, that can make it really good, is they show something in the world that we have in our world too. And there's a severe gap between people. There are the purebloods, there are the half-bloods, and there are the muggles. But that's just something that our world needs to avoid having. We need to get rid of that. We need to be a group of people. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, your religion, your age. We're all born, we all breathe, and we will all eventually die.
Yep.
Now, where would I be in that school? I figure that, if anything, I'd probably try to be one of the kids who was hanging out with Potter. But being as how my personality is,
he's gonna be the anti-bully.
I would be more fearful than anything. I don't think the what's the snake school part called? Slytherin, thank you. See, I don't know very well. I don't think Slytherin would want me, because I think Malfoy would have an accident down a flight of steps a few times a day. However, I also think that at the end where there's that big battle at school, where they cast those nice shields. Spoiler alerts, by the way, folks. This whole video is going to be full of them. There's all the people standing on the edge of the bridge, and they got their wands ready. And me, I'm just going to pull a Vulcan minigun out and just begin unloading down the bridge.
Let's face facts. You see them deflect, spells.
But the spells seem to be pretty slow. I can empty a 200-round clip of a minigun in less than 12 seconds. I figure it doesn't matter how many Minotaurs they have running down the edge of that bridge, I'm going to kneecap them. Just wave the gun back and forth. Alright, so Grim, what's your first choice for fictional worlds?
Looney Tunes world.
Ah, the world of Looney Tunes. A world of fun and bright colors.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to ask you the same questions. And if you don't have an answer, just say you don't have an answer. It's simple stuff. First question. What makes the world of Looney Tunes so great? This should be easy.
You can't die.
Cartoon physics.
Cartoon physics. Just as long as you don't look down when you walk off the edge of the cliff, you can keep walking. Just don't look down.
All right. What makes that world better than ours?
Everything.
What I just said?
Everything and anything, huh?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's all good.
And could our world learn anything from it?
I don't think we should.
I don't think our bodies are made to learn from them.
Hey. Michael Jordan stretched his arm out a football
That was fucking film magic!
It's the world of Looney Tunes, Twitwit!
Yeah, man! World of Looney Tunes!
Remember, Bugs Bunny said it best. Anything you can imagine, you can do.
Well, yeah.
So that wouldn't be something you could use against us. Our bodies just aren't powerful enough. It proves it right there!
still film magic.
So's Looney Tunes!
Exactly!
So's Soul Eater!
Yeah.
But I do see where you are, but you also have to remember that being part of the Looney Tunes world also means that you're stretched out into multiple other worlds. You're obviously in the world of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. You're obviously in the world of Space Jam. You're obviously in the world of Tiny Toons. And whatever that one, Looney Tune Avengers or whatever the hell that one was, the badass one where they tried to make the Looney Tunes characters seem like they were superheroes.
Oh, yeah.
There was like the rabbit had super speed and one had eye beams and Taz was like a super genius.
I don't remember that. That actually sounds
The
fun.
Lunatics.
The Lunatics.
That's what the show was called, Lunatics. It was a very short season, but anyway. Alright, Kitten of Doom. Let's bring your first one to the battlefield.
Okay.
So what's coming first on your list of battle-ready things?
Alright, so my first one is Alice in Wonderland. And it's gonna kind of roll together.
Okay.
So it's not only Alice in Wonderland that was made in 2010, but it's also Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass.
In other words, the Tim Burton version.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, you ready for the questions?
Yep.
Okay, very simple. Okay, so first of all, what's so great about this world?
Well, I get to hang out with Alice, Mad Hatter, Cheshire Cat, and I also get to ride the Bandersnatch. Like,
That was its name, Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch, yes.
That's
You can't beat that. You just ride around on this freaking giant ass bear thing. And
Bear, cat, raccoon.
Yeah.
with wings.
With
You're
wings.
just like, go, dude, go. And
Oh,
then
no, it
you're
didn't
like,
have
let's
wings.
kill the Jabberwocky.
I might be thinking about the one from the book. Alright, very good, very good. Okay, next. What makes that world better than ours? I mean, there must be a reason you want to live in it.
Well, I mean, the simple reason, fuck this reality. But
That works, yeah. Fuck this world, I don't need this shit.
But I actually have
Pardon my
an
language.
explanation. I think it's interesting how Alice doesn't remember coming to that world as a child. So when she gets there, it's kind of like they have to remind her. And then she's all freaked out when they tell her, oh, Alice, this is your destiny. You have to go and kill the Jabberwocky and you have to save us. And then in the second one, Through the Looking Glass, she has to come back and help the Mad Hatter. But in that one, she's aware that she was already there, which is cool.
I like the picture at the end of the first one that she crawled out of the looking glass as a child and freaking Agent K was there with a flash. You don't remember anything? You were never through this mirror.
That'd be terrible.
Alright.
But the only downside is the dictatorship of the queen.
Yes.
But that can be easily overthrown. Again, spoiler alert. If you watch Through the Looking Glass, you would see at the end the White Queen actually apologized for the wrongdoings that she did to the Red Queen, and that kind of made her melt a little bit and a little more forgiving. I mean, she was still a bitch, but
It could have also been solved by a close-range combat with a small firearm, too.
well, that too.
Just
but
throwing it out there.
There's a lesson in this, you know.
Yeah, make sure you wear bulletproof vests when going out in public, I guess.
No, the lesson is a little kindness and honesty can go a long way.
So would that be considered something you think our world could learn from it?
That, and then also that you should treasure family and friends because you don't know when you'll lose them.
There you go. That's very important. Very important. And it's very important to remember that because how you treat your friends is how they're going to remember you, and that's how they're going to treat you.
Sucks for me.
What do you mean? You're an amazing friend.
I'm a total bitch.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, but no one believes you. Anyway, last question. Important one, though. You ready for this?
It's all show.
What would you be in this world? What would be your want and desire? Would you want to be like a friend of Alice's? Would you just want to live there as a regular character? I mean...
Honestly, I would want to be like a mini Cheshire Cat.
Go figure.
But I think we'd all want that from
Did
me.
you see Nick?
So in other words, instead of the Kitten of Doom, it would be the Cheshire of Doom?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I saw that.
Didn't see that one coming at all. No, I'm completely blind to that one.
Yeah.
Necro, time to bring up stage 2.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for Lord of the Rings / The Hobbit with. Come on, I can't remember the name.
So before you go any further, I'm pretty sure you meant to say Lord of the Rings, correct?
Yes.
Okay, because Lord of the Rings is not a movie I've heard of.
What was it called? The Shire?
The Shire.
The Shire.
That's where all the hobbits live. You fit in great!
I ain't.
You don't clip your toes, you got hairy body, and you're short!
I ain't that short.
So you're a tall hobbit, who cares? All the other ones stick through.
I think he's confused.
It's a giant pizza cutter.
I could tell.
So, I'm going to throw out the same questions to you there,
I'm
Necro.
confused too. Watching one person have a two-sided conversation in the chat.
So what we have here is, what's so great about this world? What makes this world stand out to you?
Well, I got wish. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, they are a great community together. They work together to live in harmony with each other. That's great respect for each other as well, so that's a good tribute to have. It's all, pretty much they're all family to each other, so that's another great aspect, and they're able to feed and protect, protect for a decent amount as best as they can for their city.
Okay. Fine, okay. What makes their world better than our world?
The whole being close together and being family is pretty much what would make that the better, because that way they all work together for one cause instead of working in factions or gangs for many different causes.
Alright. So, what could I guess that's pretty much what our world could learn about that world?
Yeah.
So what would you be in this world, or should I just mention you as a hobbit?
Yeah,
You would definitely be a hobbit.
He wouldn't have to lose much, he's just a tall hobbit. Okay, cool.
There are some tall hobbits.
I mean, the whole Lords of the Rings movie series I couldn't stand by, but that one city I could.
So he could definitely live in the Shire, but he just couldn't live anywhere else. That's pretty understandable. Also, folks, I'd like to let you know that this episode, I've been trying out a new program. It's called an IP tracker. This way we can find out if anyone is coming on, and we can also track from different computers. What we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that there's no doubles of people talking to us, because we don't want to run into any issues like that gentleman who walked on the one day and screamed the word sex and then left real quick. At the end of the episode, we can just track where all the IPs came from. We're not going to copy any of them. We're not going to take them or anything like that. We're just making sure that there's nobody trying to piggyback on anybody's frequency, just in case something bad goes down. Now, as for me, I'm going to go with number 4. Now, I'm going from the ground to the sky. So we're going to Star Trek The Next Generation. Now, I specifically chose Star Trek The Next Generation for the fact that Jean-Luc Picard was the coolest captain ever, hands down. And it's the first time where you get to run into things like androids and the such. The big thing about Star Trek The Next Generation is that it is a giant galaxy, endless possibilities, endless finds, endless locations, etc. And it's as far away from this fucking planet as possible. I mean, I could go to another dimension, but if I could go to another quadrant of the galaxy, that might help me out too. What makes it so great? Well, with so many awesome improvements, you just can't stop. Things such as food replicators, sonic showers, androids, and what I gotta say is probably some of the best medical facilities next to getting a sensu bean. I mean, in that world, they literally got rid of the common cold. They got rid of blindness. Well, Geordi's a different story because it was a radiation malfunction that got him. They've gotten rid of, like, if you get a headache, they start to get panicky. Because things like that aren't supposed to exist anymore. Throw in the teleporters and phasers for good chance, and you know, I got a lot set up. And what makes them so great? Well, it's a united federation. Yes, there are the Klingons, there are the Romulans and everything like that, but all in all, most of the time, it is just one galaxy. It is one group of people going around helping each other. You look at the bridge, you look at the crew. There is no judging based on your race. There is no judging based on your color. There's no religious cares whatsoever. Do your job, move on, and have yourself a good day. Let's not even start talking about the fact that if you're having a bad day, you can just walk to one of those, oh man, I can't remember, the rooms where the big holograph rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can, like, program in anything. Holodeck. There it is.
Yeah,
you can just plug in anything. anything whatsoever. And the holodeck will be able to bring it up. So you could literally live other worlds while on the ship just because you're bored. What our world could learn from this world is very, very important. They're a world of a single currency. They're a world of a single ideal. They're a world of a single reason. Their best bet is to prove themselves by doing one thing only. They must prove that they are the best at finding cures, at exploring, at shipbuilding, and solving problems with the best results. You don't have people constantly trying to figure out, hey, if I cure this, how much money am I going to make out of it? Yeah. Instead, if I can cure this, how many people are going to know I cured this? And I feel that that's what the world should be more like. If any of you watched the video where we were talking about making our own countries, you know that that's kind of how I feel about it. And it shouldn't be about monetary gain because you're trying to save lives and make a world better. But to some people, it's stuck like that. And in the world of Star Trek The Next Generation, they're not. Now, where would I be in that situation? I'd be a captain. Probably on a ship, like maybe like a medical cruiser, or maybe even just like a regular ship, just like moving travelers around. I mean, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near anything dangerous. Like, I don't want to fly near the Romulans or the Borg or anything like that. But, you know, if somebody needs help, maybe I got a nice-sized crew of medics or something on it and be able to help them that way. All right. That being said, Grim, let me throw you in next. What's up, Grim?
I'd like to go to the universe of Riddick. Just complete and total freaking universe. Literally, every planet is habitable. Every fucking planet.
Sun/moon.
Yeah. Fucking.
Stop!
There it is! There it is! I got him to smile! I got him to smile! I win! I win! Where's the pop gun? I'm gonna fire the pop gun off. No, I'm not.
What the fuck?
Yeah! Don't do what I did.
Your turn. Keep on.
You.
Oh, you probably should start asking the questions.
Okay. So, sorry, I was too busy typing that Kitten of Doom has a beautiful smile.
Because I got told in the comments that I should smile.
You should. You should smile more. You got a beautiful smile. And I guarantee you that certain somebody will agree with me and say it in the comments that he agrees.
Continue.
So, let's throw out those questions while Kitten is currently unburying her face from her hair. There we go! So, what's so great about this world?
I kind of already went over that.
Okay, fine.
It's endless. You could go to any planet. They're all inhabited by something or other. You know, you could live on them.
Okay, and what makes it better? What makes it better than our world, though?
Go anywhere you want. And it's always different.
What could our world learn from it?
Absolutely nothing.
And what would you do in this world?
I actually disagree.
Assassinate people.
I disagree with you in the fact that you said that it could do nothing for our world.
What do you
They actually do have quite advanced technology that could help us in our world.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about, like, what could you learn? Like, you know, how could somebody watching this turn our world into a better world kind of idea?
By researching some of their technologies.
All right, I guess I could give you that.
I mean, they do have pretty nice technology to be able to run and do everything that they do. So that could definitely help us out.
All right, well, if that's all, let's bring it up to Kitten of Doom, because I've already been proven correct on one behalf. So, Kitten, what are you bringing up as your next world you'd want to live in?
Do you want me to save my biggest one for last?
Yeah, you know, save your best one for last. That's what I'm going to do.
So, next one I'll go with is Sword Art Online.
Ooh, Sword Art Online. A world where you're literally trapped inside a video game.
Yes.
It's kind of, what was that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? Total Recall. It's kind of like Total Recall.
Never seen it.
Pretty good movie.
Go ahead, disown me. I don't care.
I can't disown you. You're my friend. Well, you're my good friend, at least. I can disown some of my lesser friends. So, Sword Art Online is an anime which starts off with a bunch of people playing one of the greatest games of all time, and then being locked in place because some crazed conspirator decided this would be a good idea. All right, so let's go down the question list, shall we? What's so great about this world?
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of make it simple. The only reason I really love this world is because of the story that is intertwined in it, which is the story of Asuna, Yuki, and I'm gonna butcher the guy's name. Hang on. Kirito? I think?
Karuto.
Kirito, thank you.
No problem.
I knew I was gonna butcher it. I'm not good with anime names.
It's fine. Nobody is.
Anyway.
Even if they're spelled correctly, they say them wrong in the anime, so don't feel bad.
Yeah. But I love the story between those two. I don't know. It's just amazing the way that it plays out. Again, spoiler alert. But it starts off with, you know, them two talking, and they're supposed to be married and all this stuff, and then they get trapped, and she's up in this frickin' like tree house, and she's stuck there, and he has to go through all this bullshit to go save her. And it's just, I don't know, it's an amazing story.
It's a very loving story.
It is.
A very loving world.
Yes. And I would want to live in that world.
Okay, well, what makes that world better than our world, other than the fact that it's a video game, so obviously it's better?
Because there's so much love, and that's what it's all geared about. You know, this world is so greedy, and everybody's worried about money and power and this and that. It's
people are more worried about themselves than others. Is that a good way of putting it? All right. What could this world learn about from that world?
Stop being a fucking asshole. Care about other people than yourself.
Yeah, remember, folks, you're never the center of attention. You're never the only person. There's no person on the planet that's like that.
No.
Everyone there's a military saying that we have for this, and it's no matter how meek or how grand you are, a bullet can take you down the same way.
Yep.
And that just goes to prove that she is right. You know, don't be an asshole. Be good. If you want people to like you, you have to be out there, honestly, making the people like you. Because if you're just going to stick around and be a greedy bastard, then they're just going to be a greedy bastard. All right, last one, and this is one I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting to hear this one. Kitten, how would you be in that anime?
I already said it. I'd be Asuna.
So you'd actually be Asuna.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I can see it.
Even though she does get tortured and all that stuff, I would still go through it because that only makes the bond so much more powerful. Shut up.
Start. Okay, well, we're gonna have to start doing. We're gonna do a live scene of this show. So we're gonna need somebody to play the other character.
No, we're not.
Necro, you're next.
Alive.
Well, I'm gonna throw out a game that has been with us for probably about 2 decades now, maybe more. Pokemon.
Oh, jeez, yeah, Pokemon. The world of Pokemon, a world where when you turn 10, your parents say, here's a biological weapon of destruction, go have fun in the world. Yeah, Pikachu, who has the ability to generate up to 200,000 volts in its cheeks. Ah! Well, we know what her starter would be. Okay, Nick, let's go on.
What's my starter?
Oh boy, my starter would always be Pinplop.
Ask him his questions.
So, question A. What's so great about this world?
Well, as you said, at the age of 10, you get a biological warfare weapon to go catch other biological warfare weapons. I mean, sounds pretty badass. I don't know any other 10-year-olds in this world that walk around with a biological warfare weapon other than, people who cross these.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let's not bring frickin' races into this, alright? I think I'm gonna throw a little bit more into that world real quick.
Oh well, I was gonna throw more.
Oh, then continue.
Other than that, it is a beautiful world to be in. Lots of scenery, lots of happy people. Even though you do have these things that could pretty much destroy the world, but never do. So it is a very unique world to live in, and as I said, it's a happy-go-lucky kind of world too.
All right.
If you were gonna throw anything else other than that, good.
I think the best thing about the world is that how it's modeled. It's not modeled around anything really major. There's no emphasis on war. There's no emphasis on science. There's no emphasis on education. There's just emphasis on being able to live your life.
Yeah.
You know, not every person becomes a Pokemon master. Not everyone becomes a trainer. People stop and they become police. They become construction workers. But it's the child's experience through growing up that leads them to believe that that's what they want to be. Right. Not to mention that it's a world where not only do you have pets, but you have pets who are intelligent enough to fully understand what you're saying. And not only could they just be pets, but they could also be lifelong partners and companions. If you need to be a miner, you could have Pokemon that are specialized in digging and breaking rocks and everything. If you were a pilot, you could specialize in having bird Pokemon just in case something goes wrong, you know? Oh no, the plane's going down, I got 30 passengers, but I just happen to have 30 very big birds that can save these people.
And also another big advantage about the world is, you know, 10-year-olds carrying around 12 grand on them.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, and there's no problem with money in this world, where you beat a kid in a Pokemon match, and they have no problem shelling out $1,200. Like, yeah, you beat me, here you go. How loaded do you think these kids are?
Yeah.
Then again, if you look at the price of Pokeballs,
yeah, they gotta be.
They gotta be pretty loaded, I guess, yeah.
I mean, it is the first time that a game really introduced you getting a actual job at the age of 10.
Yeah. What makes it a better world than ours? I think we just explained that one.
Yeah.
What can we learn from this world?
That we all need Pikas.
No. I will counter your Pikachu with my Dugtrio.
Well, you need a Pika, but we all don't need Pika.
You need a Pikachu, I need a Snorlax.
Well, what we can learn from this world is don't give us any of those Pokemon anytime soon. Because we're fucked.
Another thing we could use is an old-fashioned statement that it's not the destination of the journey, but the journey itself.
So.
You'll always hit a bump on the road, and you'll always hit hardship, but as long as you keep trucking on, nothing can stop you.
Get to.
I'd like to take this moment to mention that Kitten, once again, has a beautiful smile. Anyways, moving on to my third choice. That's a frowny face. That's not what I'm talking about. It's not with a frowny face. Alright, I know everybody was waiting for it because I talk about it on almost every single one of our live streams, so let's just bring this one up now. Ah! I've been attacked by a kitten bear! Aww. She wants me to talk nerdy to her. Whoop! Oh, wow!
Nice one-handed.
Good catch, Kitten, damn!
Thanks.
I was afraid that was actually going to go fly right at the keyboard. She's like... Did you ever think of trying out for the Giants?
Nope.
We could definitely use some better players. Anyway,
Brandon said, who needs to have education when you have an 11-year-old that has Pokemon that has enough power to lay waste to entire galaxies?
That's kind of what I was talking about earlier. There are downsides to it. Hey, I just found Giratina, who's basically this world's version of Lucifer. And I put him in a small, tiny ball.
Yeah,
that's not going to end well, is it?
Don't put people in balls.
Yeah, tear down those walls. So anyways, the world of One Piece. Yeah, I know it's only 3. Scary, isn't it? And the world of One Piece is a world of water and wonder. It is a world where every island is different. People don't bicker over common things. And exploration is the best thing in the world. People are constantly exploring this expanding world because once they think they found the end of the world, there's just more world past it. And with an anime that has over 1,200 episodes...
And this is Cody.
Yes, that's a Cody. He's a normal type.
Yes.
In a world where there's just over 1,200 episodes, I think it is the longest running anime series out there. What makes this world so great? It's a world where racism is almost non-existent. Not only are there different people of different races, but there's also people of different species living next to each other and working together and having families together. They don't care about the color of your skin or what species you're born into. There's giants, half-giants, fish people, flying people, blue, red, pink, yellow, green people, people who have eaten special fruits and gained mutated powers, and women who have bodies that are not designed to be able to hold up like they do. For instance, a woman that looks like she has a body that's usually about 40 pounds with a rack that's probably an extra 60, who's able to take a lightning bolt to the face and stand back up.
Women are amazing creatures.
So with that smile of yours. Anyways, Wow. I felt that look. I didn't see it at first, but I felt that look. That was a glare. But yes, women are very powerful. Remember, folks, women are the only creatures on the world that can reproduce. Remember that next time you try to insult a woman. They are the very reason...
If she disappears, I'm not responsible. Calling it now.
No, because if I disappear, it's usually just because I'm depressed and I'll delete the channel and everything. No worries. Anyways.
Smack him!
Okay. Anyways.
I'm not calling her.
Flip him out of his chair already.
Not yet.
Alright, she's planning it.
He hasn't said the wrong thing.
So what makes this world so great?
I'm waiting.
What more do I need to say? It is a world where racism is non-existent, where religion is just a passing conversation, where people love the environment and protect it. It is a world where government cares more about helping the people than putting money in their bloody pocket.
Hit you with keys.
It's a world where, yes, there is still greed, but greed is not the central figure. It's still a figure, but it's not the central idea. The world is all about bettering itself. What could our world learn from this? Very simple. Our world could learn to accept our differences. Everyone who exists in this world is different. It could focus on accepting our differences, or giving ourselves a more stable government, or better environments. It should give us a world where the governments care about the people themselves and not the politics of the world. It's something that we'll never have. And that's the true reason why this is such a subject, because in these fictional worlds you can have these things, but in the real world you'll never have it. Finally, what would I be in this world? Well, just like last time, I'd probably be the captain of a ship, although I would probably avoid eating any kind of devil fruits, because the second you touch salt water you basically become taffy. I'd probably be like a big ship that would be passing along with maybe have a lot of cooks and medics on it, just going to island to try to help people. You know, not everyone's going to need help, but if they do, I could be there. And I could care more about helping the people of the islands rather than filling my pockets up with money. Alright, Grim, number 3. Boop.
I'd like to be in the world of Cowboy Bebop.
The world of Cowboy Bebop.
The universe of...
Well, we'll count it the world, yeah.
Dimension. Because, just like the last one, there's... Every planet's terraformed.
Well, not every planet, but most planets are.
Yeah, most of the planets are terraformed. Plus, yeah, you could have a shit ton of fun fucking... catching bounties.
It was lagging over here, and it just showed the part where I just hit you with the bear.
Oh,
So
really?
I was giggling.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize that
Pretty
was...
far behind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I do agree with you on that. There's a lot of freedom in that galaxy.
Yeah.
So, what makes that galaxy so much better than our galaxy?
Easy money.
Yeah?
So you're not going to bring up anything like cybernetics or enhanced medical features?
Remember when I was talking about people who are just, greedy and worry about money and power?
What? Hey, the struggle's real over here, right?
Let's go on back there. Let's go on back there, Kurt.
Anyway. Alright,
Sneeze
cool.
on me.
So, here's one for you.
Me?
What makes this world better than ours?
I did not sneeze on you.
Oh, shit.
The air conditioner.
The technology.
sneezed on you.
Well, yeah, the technology is definitely light years above ours. Okay. Could our world learn anything about this world?
Is he trying to...
Yeah, don't turn out like the planet Earth in the show.
Yeah, yes, that's... Actually, you know what? That's probably the best advice we've given all night. Don't fuck up like they did. That's pretty close.
And they all live underground because of rock showers.
Yeah, that sucks. So what would you be in this anime world?
Oh, man. I would actually...
He's going down! He's going down, folks! Here he comes! Here he comes! Oh, he's down! And Necro is down! Oh, and then Grim just kicks him across the floor.
You're in my personal space, bro.
I hurt my leg on that one.
There you go, Nick.
It had
There
to
you
be
go.
done.
Okay.
Perfect timing.
Well,
We're leaning back.
Apparently it had to be done, so there's the knockover Nick of the episode.
Oh, there might be more.
Oh, no. Language, young man! Stop flipping off the viewers!
Yeah, there you go. This is perfect time.
Not the camera, you idiot! Not the camera!
Alright, alright. That's it. Back to normal before Cody eats the darts. Ah! Really, you guys?
It was a good idea, wasn't it, Kyle?
I'm out. Anyways, so what would you be in this universe? Obviously, we already got the answer right there. What are you gonna be? Say it, man. Say it.
Oh, I'd be a bounty hunter.
A bounty hunter. We just took Necro Nick down for his small fee.
Actually, you can't kill any of the bounties.
Well, you know they
You have
do
to
by
have them all alive.
yeah, but you know they do by accident sometimes.
Yeah, and then they don't get the money.
Are you okay, Nick?
Yeah.
There's another one
Okay.
over there.
I'm more worried about the fact that you hit the ground. Wow.
Headshot.
That was a good fucking shot, man.
I'm more worried about the thud I heard when you hit the ground. Are you okay?
You good?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I
good.
didn't hurt you too bad.
So there's the knockdown, drag out of the fight there.
behind
So
you.
anyways, Kitten, bring on your next powerful field.
Okay. Let me see what I got here. Alright. Oh, so my next one is a movie. It is What Dreams May Come.
Ah.
Most people may not know this movie. It was a Robin Williams film. It was kind of under the radar. It wasn't really a well-known film.
Yeah, it wasn't. But it's still a good movie.
Oh yeah, it was an amazing movie.
Okay.
Proceed.
First question. Yeah, thank you. Mass 6 shooter. That's Necro 6 shooter. But anyway, so first question. What makes this world so great?
Okay,
But you
so
only
what
have
makes
5
this
shots.
world so great is the fact that you definitively know that there's a heaven and a hell.
Well, yeah, I guess, well, that's actually really a good one. You know, you can finally stop all the arguments right there by saying, well, in this series, there is heaven and there is hell. It's proven to your character, so.
Yeah.
Okay. So what makes this world so much better than ours?
Well, with knowing that there's a heaven and a hell, you know what consequences are associated with your actions.
Okay.
So that makes it, I guess, easier to live out your life instead of constantly going through with wonder and worry about what's going to happen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does have a really good feel to it. All right. What? Wait, did I just ask what is better? What is better? Which was the last question I asked?
The second question.
Okay, I blacked for a second. I'm sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know what just happened. I lost like a minute.
Okay.
What could our world learn from this world?
Okay.
Once again, this is only if they can. I mean, this doesn't have to be an actual question.
Yeah, I mean, what they can learn, I guess, would be, this is again going to be a spoiler, but basically what happens is Robin Williams, well, the character he plays, ends up dying, goes to heaven, and then his wife ends up committing suicide. He ends up going to hell to save her because that's where people who commit suicide go. When he gets down there, there's a chance that he could actually lose his soul trying to get her. So again, it's kind of one of those things, love overpowers all. You know, so it kind of makes you think about what you're doing in your life now, how you treat others, and how you should be treating others.
Correct. What would you be in this movie world? What would this be? What would you want to be? I think I had a stroke.
I would want to be a guide.
Seizures.
You want to be the guy?
The guide.
Oh, the guide. Okay.
Yeah, one of the guides that actually comes and meets you when you die and explains, you know, that you're dead and what happens in the afterlife.
Cool. Cool. Very cool. Necro, bring on your fourth.
DB. Dragon Ball.
Oh, the world of Dragon Ball. Okay. You're gonna have to explain this one, man, because this is kind of a storm kind of world.
Well, yes it is. I mean, you do have constant people trying to destroy planets or destroying them in general. You got Super Saiyans, you got Namekians, you got all kinds of.
You got whatever the hell Majin Buu and Cell are.
You got androids.
Frieza. Any number of gigantic, horrible, powerful monstrosities landing on the planet.
But the true fact of why I picked this is pretty much because every planet / this universe has the Dragon Balls, which brings everyone back.
Could, if
Well-
that's what they wish for.
You're like 9 out of 10 times that's what they wish for.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's right. Okay.
One
Okay.
of the wishes.
So, what makes this world so great?
Well, the fact that you have many races chilling out with each other. I mean, was just.
I mean, the president of the world is literally a anthropomorphic blue corgi.
Yeah.
Literally, that is who the president of the world is. He is a short blue humanoid corgi.
Do you want to go over to? Cut it out. Maybe
Anyway.
the next one getting flipped.
So that's one good feature. Second is, of course, all the powers and techniques that everybody has. They can be beneficial and more than just fighting aspects.
Well, yeah, I guess if you learned how to use the maneuvers, it could be pretty badass. I mean, I wouldn't mind the ability to fly, but you know what I really want? I want Piccolo's special ability, Clothes Beam.
Yes. And then third,
That is my most meta attack.
being able to wish back whatever you want with the Dragon Balls is a pretty badass special thing that you can have in a universe.
Mm-hmm. What makes their world better than ours?
Well, as I said, they pretty much live in harmony with each other for the most part. I mean, you do have the bad races out there trying to.
Oh, now he's being racist right here.
Oh,
Blame it on the Saiyans, huh?
motherfucker.
That's the
You
second time today.
Motherfucker.
Blame it on the Saiyans, you know?
I'm just saying, what the frick does
He's just... Wait, Nick, are you just saying...
saying?
Oh!
Done with all three.
But
I'll be in my trailer.
the diversity.
Hey, Goku was saying,
Yeah.
you saying it was his fault?
Actually,
He saved the planet several fucking times, you racist pig!
actually, technically, he's the reason the world constantly gets destroyed.
Yeah, seriously. Do we not want to bring up Cell, who just wanted to beat the fuck out of him?
Okay, so anyways, next question. How could our world be improved by this world? What can we learn from it?
The diversity, actually living together amongst different races and being united.
Alright, and what would you want to be in this world?
I would probably be somebody that's fighting. I don't know. That's a good one. I'd probably be one.
He'd be
somebody
Krillin.
No, I want to be on Master Roshi's Island.
So you want to be Krillin?
Yeah.
He's gonna be cruel.
No, I'm just kidding. So you just want to be somebody who'll be with the Z Warriors?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. Alright, number 2 on my list, and this one's going to be kind of childish, actually. This is actually a Disney cartoon series. But I would really love to be in the world of Phineas and Ferb.
Ah! That's actually a decent show.
That's the one with the platypus, right?
Perry!
I like him. He's cute. He's always getting in shit.
He's a secret agent! Of course he's always getting in
Seriously.
with Doofenshmirtz.
Oh,
No,
You
it's...
never know that he's a platypus when he puts the hat on.
No, when he takes those, a random platypus, what's going on here? And it's like, Perry the platypus! Wow, that makes my throat hurt. Yeah. It's a world where there's 2 genius brothers who are inventing things that no one's ever thought of, and the only thing that stops them
it's their sister.
is their sister, but it's just their imagination is just
Well,
gigantic.
Technically, their sister and Doofenshmirtz for the most part, because normally.
Well, no, Doofenshmirtz is just the one that gets rid of their
Well,
things.
yeah.
In the end, though, I mean, if it weren't for that, the sky's the limit. These 2 are freaking geniuses. They built a ship in their backyard in less than an afternoon that allowed them to fly up to the Milky Way galaxy itself, all the way to Orion's belt, to find a star that was named after him, only to find out it was a bar. And they did this all before their mom got back home from the grocery store.
Or how about the episode where they literally built a beach in their backyard?
What about the episode where they used their powers to help Iron Man and other members of the Avengers fight against Spawn or Venom and the other evil villains?
Or how about one of my favorites?
We could go on this forever, yeah.
Where they actually create the battle trees.
I am the beak! Caw! So, what makes this universe so great? Well, it's everything that we've already said, basically. Two boys with unlimited intelligence and apparently money.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are richer than fucking Bruce Wayne is. Not to
Yeah.
mention, if you want to talk about two people with a work ethic, these people put the best workers on our planet to fucking shame.
Without a doubt.
They can build. They built a roller coaster that spanned an entire city in the time it took their mom to drive to the grocery store, pick up groceries. It was built by them. That's amazing. Most kids at that time would be too busy watching cartoons.
Like Phineas and Ferb?
Yeah. What makes them better? What makes their world better than ours? It's just that much better. It's just a TV show about a group of kids that are doing things to help other people. Not only are they doing things to try and best themselves, but think of other ways to do things. They create an entire gigantic haunted house to try and cure their friend of the hiccups.
Yes.
They go out of their way to help a friend build a project so he gets an A+. They help their one friend, who happens to be a bully, who picks on them constantly, go out of their way to go find his pet goldfish that got loose. I mean, these kids literally go out of their way.
How does a pet goldfish get loose?
Cartoon physics.
No, it's not cartoon physics. The kid took it to the lake beach with him in its little swimming bowl, and a wave knocked it out of the swimming bowl and it went into the lake.
Oh, okay.
So they built themselves basically an atomic submarine over like a few minutes, and then drove it into the water to go find the goldfish. I mean, yes, they are going a little overboard. The Dexter probably would have just created a goldfish tracking device or something, but it's just amazing. And what would I want? What could our world learn from them? What could our world learn from them? This is what our world could learn from them. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Open up the imagination and just go and do something without worrying about how much money they will make. Improve the world instead of worrying about your friggin' wallet. That's all they do.
Him.
Just because he chose to be a bounty hunter once doesn't mean he's going to be a bounty hunter every time.
Ew, what the hell?
Anyways.
Tagged.
No. That's something. That's
assassin in one and a bounty hunter in another.
I'm holding out for him. He's still got two shots. He's still got 2 shots. I'm holding out on him.
Oh man, they're just gonna get worse.
Oh God! No!
You're fucked.
Now, what would I want to be in their universe? Easy. I just want to be one of their friends. I want to be a sidekick. I don't want to be a main character. I want to be that guy off to the side who just walks in with the rest of the group. Maybe just be the average guy. You know, you got the bully, you got the Girl Scout, whatever. Isabella, I think her name is. Is that something with an I? You got Buford. I remember his name forever. He's the bully. And then, but they don't have some average guy. They don't just have some random guy who's just their friend because he's a friend. You know, I'd be the geek gamer that's just better than them at video games, but they can just floor me with their intelligence, basically. I'd also be the one that would probably try to solve a lot of problems via violence. The shuttle's not working. Good work! Start hitting it with a hammer. It starts working. All right, Grim. You got 2 more to try and prove everything that these guys have said. So, what is your number 2 pick that you are just really trying not to say right now?
The Shinigami realm from Death Note.
Boop. Okay. Alright, so...
I would want to be a Shinigami.
Of course you would.
So that way I could fuck with the human race.
So, Cal, what were you saying?
I'm still holding out for his number 1!
My number 1...
No, not yet! No,
I
shut!
want to make them better!
First question. What makes that world so great?
I'm immortal, so as long as I take other people's lifespans.
What makes it better than our world?
It really doesn't.
What?
It's actually horrifying, and apples apparently really suck.
You heard it here first. He's a PC guy, not an Apple guy. What could our world learn from theirs?
Oh man.
Don't fuck with chili.
Always keep apples on hand.
Yeah. Always keep apples on hand, and you know,
Don't
make sure to leave your Death Note where you'll find it. Don't ever lose your Death Note.
And I think you already said what you want to be.
Yeah, Shinigami.
But I know Kung Fu. Kitten, Help me out here. Number 2.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Peace, love, motherfuckers.
That someone forgot about.
I forget about.
Well, then
This
it's
is actually
mine.
got it on his-
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed that it's not your number 1.
Oh, burn!
It would have been, but my number 1 is pretty epic.
Oh, the quintuple back burn.
Burn, burn, burn!
Burn.
It burn.
Okay, so what makes that world so great?
Jack and Sally, come on.
I thought you'd say something like it's an eternal world where Halloween is always there.
Well, that too. But
What is it- what is it-
mainly Jack and
Was it
Sally.
what was it like every 10 days or something like that? It's Halloween. Like they have a countdown on it. Like,
Yeah.
It's like every 10 days or something. Like,
No, it's a full year.
oh, is it a full year? I thought they had Halloween every day or every couple days where they
No,
celebrate.
it's a
Anyways,
full year.
okay. What makes their world better than ours?
Halloween. All the time.
What could our world learn about theirs that would make our world better? I'm watching you, kid.
Don't fuck with Sandy Claus.
Damn straight. And what would you want to be in this world of horrors?
Sally, obviously.
Okay, well, we all have our number 1s, so this is our last. This is the top pick. I don't know. Did you design it that way? Okay, so these are the number 1 worlds that we would fictionally want to be in. It's going to take a lot to back up the Senzu Bean and Dragon Balls from the Dragon Ball world, but I'm sure Nick can do it. So, Necro, what is your number 1 pick for a fictional world you would want to be in?
Well, originally it was number 1 until I can't have it as a number 2. Was
Oh.
Before Christmas.
Oh.
Better God.
Oh.
So I chose one that I enjoyed throughout my childhood. Codename Kids Next Door.
Ooh. Wow. I didn't even think about that world.
I figured that would have been you.
Oh, wow. Treehouse technology. I'm sorry, but Phineas and Ferb kind of got them beat out.
Lost on that one.
Huh?
It was a pretty decent show.
Never saw it.
I saw a couple
you
of
gotta
episodes.
see it.
I never had cable.
Well, you can look it up on Hulu.
What do you need cable for?
As a child,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember
I
back?
would have needed cable.
You needed cable for that?
Yeah, when Kids Next Door first came out.
Internet.
She didn't even have cable, and why would she have the internet back then?
Alright, I'm
Do you
sorry.
not remember Grandma and Grandpa?
Well, it's not that.
Like that was obvious!
The thing about the Kid Next Door that was always great was that in the Kids Next Door, the world was separated into 3 groups. There were the kids, there were the teens, and there were the adults. And they were constantly at war for each other, but it was for some of the stupidest reasons.
Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want to f with Granny Stuffums.
Oh, hell no.
No. But Count Spankula? I spanked the behinds of naughty children who forget to return the library books.
Or Brace Face.
Oh yeah, Night Brace.
Night Brace.
Night Brace. Father was scary.
Father.
Though. I'll be honest with you. The first time I saw his father, I'm like, wow, this guy's fucking demonic. Black shadow, glowing red eyes, the ability to control fire. Not just throw it, but he could literally control it. That was awesome. Okay, so, same questions. Ready?
Yep.
What's so great about the world of the Kids Next Door?
Their 2x4 technology.
Yeah, I gotta say, some of their 2x4 technology was some of the greatest ever.
Oh, yes.
It's stuff that I wish I could put together. They were, you know what they were? They were an entire world of mini MacGyvers.
Yes.
That's what they were. They were an entire world of mini MacGyvers. They could kick ass and they could turn anything into anything.
And when they were little, all they did was watch MacGyver.
What we don't realize is this entire world is based off of the world of MacGyver. Okay, so what makes this world better than ours?
The fact that the 3 factions actually come together for one cause or another is definitely a bonus feature. Plus, the amount of technology, even though it is 2x4, is actually pretty unique, and I would say stuff that we could never even come up with.
Well, yeah, we've yet to find a way to create working lasers, and they did with a bottle of ketchup, a magnifying glass, a flashlight, a cable, and 2 2x4s. So, I mean,
Well, we have working lasers.
not the way they do. We don't have offensive lasers.
We can make lasers that are strong enough to cut through metals.
Yeah, but we have no way of stopping the edge or the range of them. Once
No,
a laser is fired, it's based on the power.
But they do. That's what he said.
Alright.
Yeah, plus they have the ability to set lasers on stun, which we don't.
Yeah, no.
If we fire a laser at somebody, it's either going to blind them, burn them, or cut them.
So that kind of goes into the number 3 of what it could provide for us is their technology.
Well, yes, as long as you realize, of course, that technology is used by children to fight the adults.
Oh, yeah.
Which, sadly, the 4 of us currently are. Maybe not mentally, because sometimes I act like a 6-year-old, so they might be able to let me on the team, but... Last but not least, what would you want to be as a member of this TV show? As if I don't know the answer already.
I always wanted to be number 6.
Number 6?
Yeah, I wanted to be at the number 1's group.
Wow. Okay, you heard it here first, folks. He wants to be the member... Oh, you know what he wants to be? He wants to be number 49. That way he can show off, and he can be a member of the San Francisco department. or he could be a preteen and he could be number 69.
Yeah.
All right. So for my number 1, I picked a video game that's highly moddable. In fact, it would be a modded world that I would live in. I picked you the final weapon of my mass destruction, the world I would love to live in if I was allowed to mod it properly. Minecraft!
Yeah.
Yeah, who didn't see that one, huh? Now, the thing about Minecraft is a combination of tons of video games. It's a combination of some of my favorites. There's bits of Harvest Moon in it. There's bits of The Sims in it. There's bits of tower defense in it. There's bits of exploration, adventure, strategy, puzzle solving. And imagine a world where you and your friends are dropped down. Let's say you and a family group and friends and everything are dropped down in the middle of this beautiful, serene environment. There's no cars. There's no pollution. There's no garbage of any... She curved the bullet!
That was a twofer.
2 for 1. I win.
Wow, that won't happen again.
Headshot and then hit shot.
No, she got me in the gut, dude.
I thought it was the...
I'm just getting on that side. It's just such a pristine world. It's untouched. I mean, yeah, you'll run into villages, but the villagers are making villages out of wood.
Yeah.
Throw a few mods in there, and I could create a self-sustaining world where I could live happily and peacefully for the rest of my life. First question is, what's so great about it? Make your own world. That's enough to be said right there. Throw a few of my favorite mods on top of it, and you got it set. It combines some of my favorite games. It combines some of the best games. It combines some of the best worlds. I wouldn't want to be block-shaped. I want to be more like the anime they're designing, but still, what a wonderful experience to be in. For instance, we are going to be starting off a Minecraft server, and once we get the Minecraft server up, we're basically going to be living in that world. What makes it so much better than our world? Well, you don't need to worry about money, employment, toxins in the air. It's a world of pure water and pure oxygen. I mean, you do have to worry about skeletons and creepers and that kind of crap. Except it's modded, of course. It's modded, of course. They're confetti creepers, you know. Yeah.
Or ice cream creepers.
Or ice cream creepers, yeah, that works too.
Nuclear weapons.
Hey, only if you want to go through the steps of making one. And trust me, I'll be building my world far out of range of those shit. Now, the problem I have with this...
Like that giant
Yeah,
wall.
that's what I'm talking about. I come find you, dig way down, and just light it
Are you
up.
kidding me? I will make sure that I am dimensionally traveling. I will not be in one location. That's one of my favorite mods. There's a mod out there. Sorry, folks. I'll be with you in 1 second. There's a mod out there called Dimensional Doors, where you can literally... Well, that's not really what it's called. I can't remember what it is, but basically you design a book. And you use certain pages and it will create your own world. It's a self-sustaining world. What you can do is you can go into this world holding the book, and the only way to get out of the world is with that book. There's no way to get into the world without that book. There's no way to get out of that world without the book.
So it's only your world.
Well, I mean, you could bring people in with you. But once you go into that world, you just bring the book with you. That means you're safe and sound, and you could create dozens of them. Imagine, what do I feel like today? I feel like going to a desert, like a beautiful deserted island. You're there. Kick out the chair, bring up the suntan lotion, and then kick back and enjoy yourself. The problem with this is, I don't really think there's anything that the world of Minecraft could teach the world of our world, other than some really awesome technology from things like modded quarries and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Stay away away
Work-
from zombies and creepers.
Work really hard. Stay away from, like she said, zombies and creepers.
And stay away from the netherworld.
Yeah.
It's basically hell.
Oh yeah, and find all the diamonds.
Don't need diamonds.
Diamond.
I need
man.
platinum.
Oh well.
You're talking about mods, man.
Alright, I'm sorry.
Diamond
I'm sorry.
sucks.
You guys are in like a whole different league than
Let me guess, what are you building your house out of?
He's building it out
Oh.
of. He's
Watch
using.
Cody's too.
He's
We
using,
could build it out of bedrock, which you can't mine in normal
hey,
Minecraft.
remember. He's still running around with diamond swords.
Oh god.
We got turrets that can take care of that. Oh look!
I'll
He
hunt
was,
you down with my diamond sword.
oh look! He's approaching my base.
Hang on, we
What's
got
that
mechs.
whistling noise?
Hang on, we got mechs for this.
Hold on! I dare you!
you take.
Wait, okay,
Alright.
We're done. We're out of this. So what would I be in this world? What do you think I'd be? I'd be a Minecraftian. Building, exploring, and having the time of my life with my friends and family by my side. A world where I could know that with a few bricks here, a few walls there, and a few torches here, my people, my friends, my family could be safe, secure, and kept healthy for the rest of their days. Grim, throw us out your number one and prove these guys wrong about your lust for power and money. Come on, man. I got your back. Let's do this.
Oh man. The realm of the Soul Reaper Society.
All right, cool.
I'd like to be a Soul Reaper.
All right, cool. Okay.
Power.
No.
Okay, so let's
You've watched it?
No, see, he
It's
just
not
said.
about the power.
He just said
Alright,
he
Soul
wants
Reapers
to be.
help humanity from troubled souls.
He's got
that
the
are trying to
power!
destroy- Thank you. That are trying to destroy the planet. That's
Okay,
what
okay.
I'd be doing. I'd be helping.
Guys,
Hang on.
ninja slashes.
Hang on. I got something to add in. Okay, I would give it to you if he said, "Get out of here, ass."
Get him! Get him! Why didn't you get him?
Gonna.
Man, your shoulders are still sunburned as crap, aren't they? Keep going, Grim. What makes their world better than ours? What makes their world better than ours? What makes their world better than ours?
Oh man.
No, it's not the same without him in it.
It is for me.
It is for me.
It's my victory.
You gotta pick it up.
Where's Cody?
He picked it up with his foot. High five.
No, I picked it up.
Oh, high five. I'm over there.
Air 5.
Okay, so
So what'd you say?
what makes it
What makes it better
in our
in
world?
our world? Well, shit.
I like how he pulled it as far away from Kitten as possible. Like,
That's what I was before.
It was.
you could be closer
Cody's
to
like,
Kitten.
are you okay? Are you okay?
Okay, but you much more peaceful. You know what I mean? Yeah, they got their.
A world of warriors designed to kill demons. Peaceful.
Yeah, their whole fucking place is nothing but peacefulness.
All right,
They didn't have to worry about shit until fucking what's his name came in.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Alright.
All right, next one up. What makes their world better than our world? I mean, we figured out what makes the world better, but what makes it better than our world? I mean, it is basically a world of militants.
The power.
No! Grim, no! Grim, I trusted you! You were the chosen one!
Oh man.
She had the high ground! You didn't need to jump!
I had to jump. No, but
Yeah.
What could our world learn from them? Besides better sword techniques. Okay.
learning about oneself.
Okay. So,
Peace.
I'm almost pained to ask this one, but I'm going to. So, Grim, what would you be in this world?
Oh man. Wait, I already said that. I'd be a Soul Reaper.
Alright, he's just going to be a random Soul Reaper. That's cool.
Yeah, random Soul Reaper.
Not a captain or anything. Alright.
No, probably work my way up to there. But...
Alright. So, we're left with one final finale here. We are left with the Doomy herself, the Kitteny herself, the Kitten of Doom herself. Kitten, please. So far, you've had to contend with a bunch of Bishonens in fluffy coats killing people. Sorry, killing evil villains. You've had to deal with a world full of serious squares.
Serious square.
Pull that one off.
Go on.
And then, Necro brought us a full force of steaming hot awesomeness. So, what do you bring to the table as your number one?
My number one.
Which, by the way, remember, you claimed was better than Necro's favorite movie of all time. So, bring us the awesome.
World of Warcraft.
Boom, baby! And the dynamite fires off. She's bringing the world of WoW to her fictional world.
Yes.
Now, for those of you who don't know what WoW is, please just go up to the button and click unsubscribe, and then turn off your computer.
Don't ever turn it on again.
Yeah, don't ever turn it on again. Just go back to being a system gamer. World of Warcraft is still the longest running online RPG, and something that we're actually going to start a Let's Play on. She's very excited about it. We're going to be using.
I have withdrawals.
We're going to use a private server, and we're going to just run around and go nuts, and who knows what'll happen. So, Kitten,
Yes.
explain to us why this world is so great.
Okay, well, to start off, it's a free roam world. You can pretty much go wherever you want, do whatever you want. I mean, obviously, you're going to be kind of in deep shit if you're a level 5 going to a level 50 area. But
They will smell you.
you can still go there. It's still a possibility.
You're just gonna get your ass kicked.
Exactly.
No. We like to call them bait boys.
Yeah.
See, what we would do is we would introduce a new person to our guild, and we'd go to run someplace where there's really high-level enemies that we could kill real easily, and we'd have them run forward, and then the enemies would just, like, from miles, they would just, like, target in range, and they would rush, and then we would just nuke the enemies as they came within range.
Yeah. But there's so many variations. There's so many different islands, places you can go, different kind of, I don't want to say maps, but different little worlds within that you can go into. Like there's, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's where you go to train, and there's the tree houses. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Horde.
Yes, Horde.
The Horde!
Yeah.
Woo!
Anyway, so besides that, there's the awesome mounts and the pets that you get to have with you.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you're a hunter.
Yes. I loved being a hunter.
Hey, hunters are awesome. No. I don't call them that. The thing I hated were I hated paladins and I hated rogues, and I still do to this day.
Well, then you're going to hate me.
Why?
When we get to the last question.
Well, no, because you're different. I know what kind of paladin you're going to be, and I'm okay with that particular type of paladin.
Okay.
Mainly because of their racial ability makes them really fucking nasty, so...
But I love getting to run around with a little friggin' fire kitten behind me. Like,
Fire
this is
kitten!
awesome.
I liked it when I had a little Zergling that was following me from StarCraft.
Yeah.
I had a little Zergling that would chase after me, like, oh, come, Captain Fuddles, to battle, and then we would just rush in.
Should we throw out the whole Mr. T Mohawk?
I'm a Night Elf Mohawk, and I throw my Mohawk grenades. Okay, so next question: what makes that world better than our world, besides Nomergon?
Well, aside from my original, defense, which is fuck this reality.
That cannot be your only defense! That's basically the title of this episode! Fuck this reality, we want a new one! I'm gonna have to retitle this to This Reality, I Want My Own.
There's so much that you can immerse yourself into to just escape, and I love having that ability. Not only that, but you get to meet some really awesome people from all around the world. I have friends from Canada on there, friends from Australia. I have friends from literally all over the world that I talk to on there. Some of them I even have on my Facebook. And you get close to these people. You bond with them, and you find a lot of similarities. I
know that feeling for sure. In case anybody was curious, I was Bansoff, the pet burger of our group. I was a shaman, and I was a Tauren. And that's the way I cooked them. I won't lie though, I'm with you. There were times in that game where I would go into the game and I wouldn't fight anything. I would go around, I would collect things, I would build things, I'd spend hours fishing, cooking. Of course, you have to understand, when I started playing that game, I was just coming down from my addiction to Evercrack. Which was a very hard addiction to fight. But then I brought in some World of Warcraft, and that saved me for a little while, but then I realized that was an addiction as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, I see Cody's like Cody's slowly drifting off on camera. I can see his eyes slowly closing.
But yeah, there were times I would just sit in my garrison and just chat with my friends all day. It's just, I don't know, I love that ability.
Could our world learn anything from this world?
Well, the one thing that used to annoy me to no end was the keyboard warriors. So, if you can learn anything, is don't be that douche. Do not be a keyboard warrior. Do not sit there and talk all this shit when you're not face to face with the person.
Oh, you mean the douchebags that would insult you,
Yes.
and when you came to them face to face, they would refuse to battle you?
Yes.
Oh, I love them. They were spam bait. That's what they were. I hated the gold farmers. All right, now.
Also, another thing we can learn: adventure mode.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of your house and go somewhere you've never been before. Just take the day to explore it. Just go adventure.
Or go to some place that you haven't been for a long time.
That too.
The other day I went walking down the tracks to a place that I used to go to, and it had changed so much. I was walking around, I was exploring it. It was great. I mean, now it's basically just a giant landfill of tires, but it was memories, and it was a good place to go and just run around and jump around. Alright, so now...
And also, you never know. You might run into a horde of zombies, or, you know, the
Hey,
undead of any kind.
Hey, listen, I'm
and you
okay.
gotta save humanity.
I'm okay, because I'm a level 23 Night Elf Mohawk!
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm a level 60 Kaiju. I don't have much to worry about.
Off screen high five.
Boom! Alright, so, Kitten,
Yes.
as much as it's going to be fun and enjoyable to play this next part, I gotta ask, if you were in the world of World of Warcraft, what would you be?
I would be a Blood Elf Paladin.
Oh yeah! Blood Elves for the win! Well, is that what you're going to be when you start our new game?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to be a Blood Elf Paladin. Necro, do you have any idea what you want to be?
Might either be a hunter or a demon hunter.
Okay, I'm going to be either a Pandaren monk or I'm going to be a Taran shaman. I'm not sure which one yet. All right, folks.
You didn't ask him.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he looked blank when I was talking about it. He's just like, I'll be the guy that carries everything.
He'll probably be a rogue. You know, money, power.
Aha, yes.
He'll be a goblin then.
No.
They have special abilities to get more money and more power.
Yet no.
Dude, they have one of the coolest racial abilities. They literally have a little fanny pack on them, and they can target an area, and they just launch a barrage of rockets at somebody. It's fucking awesome, and it levels up with them.
It's ridiculous.
And they also have a jump pack.
No, I'm good.
So it's like, pfft, I'm up here, and they just fire rockets out. I love it. The only group that sucks are trolls. Trolls are the worst group.
Yeah.
Trolls and humans, they're the worst groups. Actually, every member of the Alliance is a bad group.
Fuck Alliance.
Yeah, fuck the Alliance.
Horde.
Horde for life. For the Horde. So, folks, with that, we're going to jump out of this episode and hopefully get these guys out of here before any of the rain starts falling down.
It's dark out there.
Yeah, it's dark out there. I'm hoping they get home soon. So, folks, so violent.
Who? Me?
Look!
I'm never violent.
I think they were talking about me.
Oh.
But, folks, next week, we'll have another fun example. Maybe we'll talk about neighbors. Who knows? But until next time, folks, I'm KaijuK.
Necro Nick.
I'm Grim.
And I'm the Kitten of Doom.
And we will see you all in the future. Peace out, everybody.
Love you.
She used her heart beam attack. It was super effective.